Ah, another glorious day on the mountaintops. The water is wild, the mountain dirt is just as fresh as ever, the cabins look all fine and dandy, and to top it all off, the nice, beautiful lakeside with a cavern right behind it. It makes me wanna do something. It makes me wanna spray repel because I know I'm probably gonna run into a lot of wild magic cards, and I'd rather not have those magic cards in my way. Do I have repels? Okay, I was about to say, I better have repels. Hey there guys, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time, to my surprise, we beat the final gym of the Johto world, the Johto region, Claire, easily. I was not expecting that to be very easy, but apparently the final gym was not as hard as I remember it being. I imagined it being a lot harder, but then again, I must be thinking of the second gen versions where, if you didn't have the right Pokemon, it probably would have been painful. But luckily, Electric proves us right once again. So in this episode, I don't have Surf. Well, that's a shame because I forgot that Reynolds is the only one that can actually... You know what? Actually, no. It's not a problem. I can teach the Poliwhirl that I have in here Surf. So for the first time, we're going to have some other Pokemon use Surf. I just forgot. Because I actually put Reynolds in the PC because Reynolds is the highest member of her team. So I figured for this one, I'd kind of give it a break. But I'm not worried at the same time. We can forget another move of this Poliwhirl. That's going to be our Whirlpool and now Surf Slave for this episode. You also notice on the bottom screen that I've gotten rid of a Pokemon. Not permanently, but temporarily. Because we're also going to be getting some sort of special Pokemon as well here. Hopefully my Super Repel doesn't wear off after doing all that running around. Hopefully not. Because in this episode, it's time to take on, or time to enter, the Forsaken Cave of the Dragon's Den. This old man, who was rude before, now is generous. Thanks, you could have been that generous in terms of saying, I'm sorry, you can't be here, but you're like, no, get the frick out! Man, how people change. If Claire allows it, her grandfather, our master, will also. You may enter. And now, we head on to the Dragon's Den. Let's not drag on this segment anymore, and let's enjoy some music. Gosh dang, I love what they've done with the music for the Dragon's Den. It sounded so good in the second generation, not just like improved it. Well, I'd say like, not majorly improved it, but they made it just sound just as good, if not even better. Now the reason I have Vulcan up front is because, I don't know. I do want to try a Focus Blast and see if it hits. If it doesn't, I do have, of course it doesn't. And of course it has Surf, fantastic. One move before another. Great. Now, if you can kindly hit this, thank you. Alright. I forgot the animation of Focus Blast. It's kind of meh, in my opinion. I mean, the glowing thing looked cool. I think in Diamond and Pearl, it doesn't look as neat. Ooh! Special defense drop, that's what I'm talking about. Nice, Typhlosion will be able to finally take out one of its own Dragonairs for the first time. Unless it gets a... Okay, I was about to say, if it gets a crit, then we're doomed. But luckily not. Probably a bad idea to start out with Vulcan of all things, but I just wanted Vulcan to get some experience as well, so that's particularly why I led up with Vulcan. But he did decently well in his first time taking on a Dragonair, and proved that I may not need to switch him in for any Dragon-type Pokemon. In fact, that was mistake number 1, so... Hyper Potion it is! I will admit the Dragon's Den is probably one of my favorite places music-wise, and I've always, as a kid, fantasized this being like... If you've ever seen the House of Villains from the House of Mouse, that used to be like one of my favorite TV show-based movies to watch as like a little kid. I think alongside like a Goofy movie, extremely Goofy movie, and like Pokemon stuff. So I always have the picture in my head like, oh, this would be the perfect theme for the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I was a weird... I mean, it's not as weird as my teenage phase where I was like obsessed, or like between 12 to 13, where I was like obsessed with like Hannah Montana and Hannah Montana and like which, honestly, it's probably one of the worst shows to be obsessed with, to be completely honest. Alongside High School Musical, but in my opinion, High School Musical is like my guilty pleasure. I know I should be watching it, but like, whatever I do, I just get unnecessary nostalgia. It's weird. It really is weird. But anyways, as you can see, you can do plenty of things here, including fighting some trainers if you want, but you can come down here and, I believe, get this item here, which is a max potion, which is a good thing I came over here. A lot of these trainers, I believe, will have Dratini and Dragonair as well, so if you want some of these, or if you want to fight some more Dragon types, you're in luck. And here's our new thing for Whirlpool. Oh, wow, that was really well placed. Kudos to you, Game Freak. I wasn't expecting that. How did you live in Iron Tail? Yeah, that is one bulky Dratini. Alright, these two were pretty easy. They had a Dratini. Both of them actually use Twister, which in double battles isn't really something to take seriously. In fact, it's a joke, especially coming from two Dratinis. Why aren't they Dragonairs yet? You must explain yourself. But doing all that, you get a max elixir, which restores all PP of a selected Pokemon. Every single move is healed, not just one. Don't get that confused with Ether. Now, what's interesting is Whirlpool, but that being in the second generation. This is our first time, no, actually second time, seeing Whirlpools, the other ones being in Whirl Islands, which makes sense. In the fourth generations, you just bump into them, but in the second generation, if you were to step on them, you get whirled around and then sent back. Kind of an interesting little detail, and I kind of wish that would happen here as well, but I'm not too worried. But instead, we hop over the Whirlpool instead of making it go away. Interesting note there. But now we have this area over here, which I'm not going to do yet because I actually do want to explore a little more of this area. And I highly recommend you do so as well, since you can get a ton of items here. And is there any wild Pokemon in the cave? I don't think so. I think it's just, well, we got a Dragon Fang, useful for Dragon-type moves. It doesn't involve anyone. That's the Dragon Scale, in case you're wondering how you get a Kingdra. I don't think there's any wild Pokemon in these caves. I think it's only in the water. This is the only example of this, because I'm like running around here, and I'm not finding any. Yeah, I forgot this is the only area, like, as far as caverns, where only wild Pokemon appear in the water, and never within the cave itself. Interesting. Alrighty, so let's make some progress here, and let's actually move on to where we're supposed to go, since that's... Actually, no, this is the last area, and I believe there's a hidden item here. Am I correct? Am I correct to assume? Or is this just an area? This is just an area, okay. Well, I was about to say, we can get ourselves a nice item, but unfortunately, it doesn't really look like it, so looks like we are heading over up here to the Temple of the Dragon's Den. And into the shrine with a nice looking dude. Good to see you here. No need to explain why you came. Claire sent you here, didn't she? That girl is a handful. I'm sorry, but I must test you. No worry. You are to answer only a few questions. I apologize for that. I'm a wise guy, yet I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. You'll have to forgive me. Ready? What a Pokemon to you? Now, I'm going to show both the top screen and the bottom screen to where you can choose the answer. But if you want the best reward for what I'm about to do, follow this guide if you need to. So, the choices are an ally, a junior, or a friend. I want to go with ally. Oh, I understand. What helps you win battles? Strategy, training, or cheating? Cheating? Who does that anymore? Oh, good old fortune, 5th gen tactics. I guess 6th gen as well. Try to get into the championship this way, only to get complained by and targeted by some collar-wearing guy. I'm gonna say training, because honestly, that's the best way to go around. Oh, I understand. What kind of training do you wish to battle? We could choose a weak one, we can choose a strong one. I don't battle anyone. Either ones that I can punch easily for their money, or ones that actually do give me a challenge. Oh, I understand. What's the most important for raising Pokemon? Love, violence, or knowledge? Oof, who does violence? I think I know, but I'm not going to mention it. We do knowledge, but love always wins. No matter what, let's be real here. Oh, I understand. Strong Pokemon or weak Pokemon? Which is important? Both. You can always make the weak strong, and the strong sometimes have their weak points, so you can balance it out. What conviction, what is important? Blake, don't lose that belief. I will see you through the Pokemon at the Pokemon League. Oh, would you look at that? Guess who showed up? So how'd it go? Guess there's no point in asking. Did you fail? What, you passed? That can't be! That was really squeaky. Did you guys hear that? You're lying. Even I haven't been approved. Claire, this child is impeccable in skill and spirit. Admit defeat and confer the Rising Badge. Or must I inform Lance of this? I understand. Here's the Rising Badge. Hurry up and take it. Impatient, jeez. You made me come all the way here and you're freaking impatient? Holy crap. But we get the Rising Badge, the final gym badge. Allows us to climb waterfalls, and any Pokemon that we get from trade up to level 100 can obey us. Regardless. So that means that traded Pokemon, even though it could have listened to us all these ages ago, can guarantee listen to us no matter what. Claire, reflect upon it is that you lack and this child has. Running like a chicken. By the way, have you heard of Lugia? Between Olivine and Signwood are islands called Whirl Islands. There is a huge waterfall deep in the cave there. It is said that Lugia rests in the deep end of the waterfall basin. You need a silver ring to reach the waterfall basin, I've heard. This is actually completely dialogue than it is in Heart Gold. If you were to play this up to this point in Heart Gold, he'd be all like, well, that's just a myth. So it's kind of interesting that I am playing SoulSilver and getting to hear that dialogue. So now, if we leave and then re-enter, I believe he gives us a special reward? I guess we had to leave the Dragon's Den and then come back. Yeah, that seems about right. So, I'll meet you guys back here in the den in a second. I forgot about that. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm here. Wait. I'm sorry about this. Here, take this as my apology. TM59 Dragon Pulse. It is a special Dragon-type move, no secondary effects. I think it's 80 power, though, if I recall. So, it's a good Dragon-type move. Thank you, Claire, for that. Although, I don't have any Pokemon that can use it efficiently, unfortunately. If Nidoking was a special attacker, I think it can learn Dragon Balls. It probably wouldn't have been good, but it's adamant. Although it might not be a bad idea. What's your special attack? I imagine your special attack being very bad. Yeah, okay, never mind. The others... Wait. Can Vulcan learn Dragon Pulse? I'm quite curious. If it can learn Dragon Pulse, which I don't think it can, that would be amazing. I'm on the wrong one. Otherwise, I might hold on just in case I do need to replace a move. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, 90! I was wrong! So I was up to par with Thunderbolt and whatnot. I was about to say you can, but I was right. Oberon can learn it, but unfortunately, with that low special attack because of the nature, I don't think it would be that beneficial. So now back into the Elder's house we go. Never mind! We're getting a call from Professor Elm. Hello, Blake. How's it going? I'm gonna hold us something neat. Swing by my lab and pick it up. See you later. Elm, will you let me do my thing, please? I'll get to you later, man. Man, that Whirlpool animation is just really slow. In the second generation, the Whirlpool's gone, you can go back and forth. Anyways, back in here, if you were to leave the Dragon's Den and come back... good to see you here. Your arrival is most fortunate. I have something for you. Take this Dratini as proof that I know your worth. We get ourselves a Dratini, and depending on how you answer those questions, if you were to go with the answers that I did, I'm not going to nickname it though, because it's not going to be a member of our team. I just want to show it off. Hopefully I also did the questions right as well. If you were to do the answers correctly, ooh, serious. There we go, that's it right there. So check the bottom screen. If you did the questions correctly, this Dratini would have extreme speed. This is the only way in second generation and in Heart Gold and SoulSilver, well, minus the breeding opportunities here in this game, that you can obtain extreme speed. And this is one of very few Pokemon that aren't legendary Pokemon that can learn extreme speed. That are not in the event. Well, this is an event, but naturally Arcanine and Lucario can learn extreme speed. But there are also some event Pokemon that actually learn Extreme Speed that normally can't. Dratini is an example of this, and Zigzagoon from Pokemon Box. Thank goodness they changed that to where you can breed Extreme Speed on Zigzagoon, because holy crap, that would be super difficult to find one of those. Alongside it, actually fun fact, the Raikou, Entei, and Suicune events that you can transfer from Black and White also need the event in order to learn Extreme Speed, which I think is very helpful for Entei, not so much the others. I never knew about this, and I thought they naturally learned Extreme Speed. No, they needed that event, which is really interesting. Extreme Speed. It's 80 power. I thought it was 100. Maybe I was thinking later games. It is 80 power, and it always goes first. The strongest version of Quick Attack there is. No others can beat it. So, very wise idea to use these answers if you want Extreme Speed Dratini. Kinda wish it was a good nature. Well, actually, Series isn't that bad. If anything, it hinders nothing and benefits nothing at the same time. But it's more physical, especially with the Extreme Speed, so that's kind of bad. But if you are wanting to use this Dratini and evolve it into a Dragonair to use in the Elite Four, and then eventually evolve into a Dragonite because it does evolve at level 55, this is not a bad option at all if you want to use a Dragon-type Pokemon on your team. Plus, do remember there's only 4 of them available, and one of them does require a trade. So this is easily your best shot of a Dragon-type Pokemon if you want one on your team that doesn't require trading should you not have another 4th generation game. With that being said, that is it for the Dragon's Den, believe it or not. Actually, wait, is there one other? No, okay. I thought there was an area you can go to, and I didn't realize it, but that area is just a bunch of water. So, never mind, really. But I guess we need to pay someone, actually 2 summons, a couple more visits here. So, I'll meet you guys over there as soon as I enter the PC, because it'll be a little bit quicker if we do it that way. Or I can meet you guys because my repel effect wore off. I'm probably going to run into a wild Pokemon. No. Wow, the lake in Blackthorn City is very, very generous. Also, soft sand for coming here on Saturdays. Oh, actually, that's really good for... That's actually really good for, the power of Dig and Earthquake. Or at least in terms of Nidoking, Oberon, you know what I mean. Be right back. First off, believe it or not, we're not going to entirely head back to New Bark. We're actually going to go to Cherry Grove because if you remember in the last episode, or the episode before, I can't remember which one, Joey asked us to battle, and since it is Saturday, he will want a rematch. Let me guess, he wants the Rattata nice and strong. Well, he's going to fill the wrath with some overly leveled Pokemon that... Do I have a repel on? I didn't. Okay, thank goodness. He's going to be feeling a huge wrath of... You know what? No. No. After all these years, or... After all these episodes, we gotta start with Vulcan, man. We gotta start with Vulcan. Gotta teach him a little lesson about waiting until this very day on. 3 matches. I've been waiting, let's battle now! Oh, I can't wait for your fully bred Max IV, EV, Rattata. Oh, it's Eradicate now! Oh wow, I didn't know they actually win levels. Alright, so his Almighty Rattata is now an Almighty Eradicate. Good thing I switched then. Now, can focus... Oh, of course not. Of course not. Why is Fire Blast so low accuracy compared to, like, Fire Blast? Fire Blast is 85, like, and... Focus Blast is 70. I don't understand that change. I think they do change it in the 5th and 6th generation, because honestly, that's being really annoying right now. I could be a smart person and just go for Lava Plume, but I just want to use the super effective of moves, darn it. Super effective of moves. That's not an Italian. Super effective of moves. Mamma mia, it's a super effective. But there we go. Joey's Eradicate is now down. Interesting that they actually changed their Pokemon. Actually, I forgot about that. I always thought Joey would stick with Rattata and would be like, revenge is sweet when you're fully evolved. You should go now. Here, take this. It's tougher. That will toughen up too. HP. Joey, you've got the goods. I gotta fight you more often. HP up. Dang, okay. I'm using this immediately. But to who? I also have a calcium. Does Afterburner... Actually, no, I'm gonna give it the... I don't have my notes. Afterburner probably needs it because of the choice specs. And what do we use the HP up on? This is sudden. I'll give it a Fractile. Just in case it needs to live. Now then, onwards and upwards to New Bark Town. And since we're here, let's head inside the lab and talk to Lyra first.
You really did collect 8 badges? That's so cool! The professor's waiting for you!
Hi, Blake! You never cease to amaze me! Thanks to you, my research is doing great! Take this as a token of my appreciation. The Master Ball! 100% catch rate. Advice though, do not waste it on just a single Pokemon. Save it for a wise Pokemon. By that I mean legendaries. Actually, funny story, in my original Red Blue playthrough, not on YouTube, way before YouTube existed, I used the Master Ball that you get in the Silph Company Tower on a Weezing. Which, to be fair, isn't really a bad choice considering the fact that Weezing has pretty low catch rates anyways in the wild, but I always thought it was funny. By the way, we just had a group of beautiful Komodo girls looking for you.
Like, people are talking about you. I heard you help Komodo girls? You've been helping all these people. You make me proud to be your friend.
Yeah, it's just the girl who does absolutely nothing, tries to call me and jumps around for no reason. Yeah, I'm not letting go of that one, Lyra.
The Komodo girls are waiting for you at the Critique Dance Theater.
Well, I guess we're going back to Critique City. At least it's the beautiful music and not the city with really too boppy music. If it was that, I probably went like, nope, I'm ending the playthrough here. We don't need any more of that. But I guess now that we're here in Critique City, I will need to do, since Fly just Scramble Pokemon, I hope none of them show up in the nearby route. If they do, that's gonna be painful, I'm not gonna lie, because there's something else I need to do with this. Please, no. Okay, good. Good. Because I'm saving them for much later on. But with that, I unfortunately probably am not going to have all my team. Actually, you know what, I should. And then I'll just have to remember to switch Pokemon in between. So, we went to the Dragon's Den this episode, got ourselves a Dratini, and we passed the test, which ultimately was probably the easiest thing in my entire life. Aside from the apparently test where you're to get the right to arm weapons. That's a thing that can happen, isn't it? And heard it's easy? It's interesting. Anyways, let me go ahead and get Reynolds up here. And we'll need Pidgey, unfortunately, for upcoming times. But I'm not worried about that now. So next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we're going to be battling the Komodo girls and see what the gist is all about. Seriously? How many phone calls are in this episode? 3? 2? Wait, she wants to battle too! Well, on the plus side, I'm getting a lot of experience. If there's any episodes you missed, whether from the past or from the future, make sure you check them on the playlist down in the description below, the on the top right corner, or the upcoming end slate. My gosh, Gina. Why? Why can't you just spare me? With that being said, though, my name is Blake, also known as the Nerd, and I had to traverse all the way down here, but luckily it's not that bad. And I'll see you guys in the next episode once I take care of Gina, because holy crap, why? Why do you people do this to me? See you guys in the next episode. So, until we meet again, do remember to why is there bug kanji calling this every time I'm in here? I swear, I record these at really good times, apparently. Take care.